Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. I'm a tropical Western astrologer, and today we're going to talk about the new moon at 6 degrees of Gemini that is occurring on May the 26th. So let's talk about it. A new moon, what is it all about? It's when the sun and the moon join up together in the sky. It's called a conjunction in astrology. And so both the sun and the moon are at 6 degrees of Gemini. So anytime, no matter what sign it's in, anytime there's a new moon, this is a time for us to grab our moon journals and to write out our intentions regarding the Gemini house placement of your birth chart. So stay tuned, watch the intro, and then I'm going to go into an all signs forecast to help you navigate this energy in your own natal birth chart so that you know the area of life that 6 degrees of Gemini falls in your natal birth chart. This is where you're going to set your intentions. So, but at the beginning of the video here, we're just going to talk about this particular new moon at 6 degrees of Gemini. Sun and moon are together, 6 degrees Gemini. What else is happening in the sky? We've got Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, in Gemini. So the ruler of this new moon is very strong. It belongs in Gemini. It's at 2 degrees of Gemini. So it is also conjunct the sun and the moon. So this is wonderful energy. And I'm going to read in my book what a Gemini moon is all about. And we've got the ruler there. So Mercury is very, very strong in Gemini at the time of this new moon. And Mercury rules our thoughts, our mindsets, our communication, the way we speak, the way we write. So keep that in mind at the time of this new moon, that we're thinking clearly and we can clearly set intentions at this new moon. Also at the time of this new moon, we've got Uranus also conjunct, loosely, also conjunct, still in Taurus at 27 degrees, but close to 6 degrees of Gemini. So we've got Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Uranus all together in the sky at the time of this new moon. And so Uranus will be moving into Gemini July the 7th. That's one of the many outer planets moving into a new sign in 2025 that I'm always talking about. I always say 2025 equals 9. 9 is in numerology the final number. It's all about change. We all need to be adaptive and flexible this year because there's going to be a lot of change, and we're already noticing it, not only in the world, but in our personal lives. So we've still got Uranus over in Taurus at 27 degrees, and it's close to the sun and moon. We've got Mercury at 2 degrees of Gemini, strong in Gemini. Uranus, okay, so Mercury rules our mindset, our thoughts, our thinking. Uranus is the higher mind, if you will. So both Mercury and Uranus are part of this new moon energy, both bringing in brilliance and clarity and high wisdom. So keep that in mind when you're writing intentions at the time of this new moon, because we might get and we shall expect the brilliant downloads. Mercury, in its highest expression, is the messenger of God. And Uranus, in its highest expression, is that on steroids. And often Uranus brings in shocks and surprises. We're not expecting what Uranus brings us. It might be something we really didn't think we wanted. It's, how does that saying go? This is the change you didn't even know you needed. Like that's Uranus times a million. But Uranus does seek to liberate always. And the messenger of God, which is Mercury, you could argue is the same. So be open to the messages, be open to the brilliant downloads. Quiet your mind if you can, because the shadow vibe of Gemini and Mercury as well is overthinking, overanalyzing, getting stuck in analysis paralysis, and the mind just not slowing down. So do your best to slow down. And if you can't meditate proper, whatever that means, then go outside for a walk. Have that walking meditation. Whatever it is that you do that can slow down your mind, slow down your thoughts, so that your thoughts don't control you. You can control your thoughts And you can create the space in your life, in your heart, in your spirit for the brilliant downloads. Okay, this new moon is also trining Pluto. So there again, Pluto's over in Aquarius. Aquarius is the great genius. So there's a lot of signatures and archetypes in this particular new moon regarding brilliance, genius, and for all of us to embrace that we are all brilliant. We are all genius, even if our report cards didn't say so. And even if our teachers never said that about us, we are all brilliant and genius in our own right. And so to expect these brilliant downloads, to expect our genius to shine at the time of this new moon. Let's not also forget that Saturn just moved into Aries 2 days prior to this new moon. So on May 24th, Saturn moved into Aries. So I've been talking in all of these videos all year long about how these outer planets are moving into new signs, creating this massive change, not only in our personal lives, but in the world, and encouraging all of us to pivot. Did we learn nothing from Ross Geller? Okay. To pivot, to embrace change, and to step into this new earth, new world, new paradigm energy that 2025 is urging all of us to embrace. So again, Saturn just moved into Aries on May the 24th. 2 days later, May the 26th, is this new moon in Gemini with all of these brilliant signatures on it. And I'm going to walk you through the 12 signs of the zodiac to help you embrace that brilliant inner genius, energy for you to set your intentions. I'm also going to do a tarot card pull at the end of the 12 signs to get more of an in-depth analysis of this particular new moon in Gemini. And right now I want to look inside my Moon 2025 Moon Manifesting Journal. It's available on Amazon. In the last video, I got feedback that I was talking about my books too much. In my defense, the last moon update was a full moon in Scorpio. Never before has there been a moon that urged us to do shadow work. So that's why I was talking so much about my shadow work book, which is right here. I've got links to all my books in the show's notes for you to go over and get. And for this one, I want to read what is a Gemini moon like? Okay, so do you know any Gemini moon people? I particularly do. She is my best friend from high school. She's got a Gemini moon. This is so her. This is so her. And so let's all embrace this amazing. It's like a trickster vibe. It's like happy, it's like flexible vibes at the time of this new moon. And keep that in mind when I'm going through your particular zodiac sign, because not only are we to expect brilliant downloads at the time of this new moon, but we should also be embracing the energy of a Gemini moon. So inside my moon journal, I go through what all of the moon signs will feel like natally. So Gemini moon, or if you have a moon in the third house, this is your signature if you are a Gemini moon person. That said, if you're a Gemini sun sign, or if you have a stellium of planets, which is 3 planets or more in Gemini, you might also really resonate with this right up. So here we go. I'm going to read from my book, Gemini moon or moon in the third. Okay, if you were born with a Gemini moon or moon in the third, you are a magical being with trickster charm who is accustomed to bending the rules, breaking norms, and jobs in the realm of education and teaching, because Gemini is on the same axis. Gemini and Sagittarius are on the same axis. That's all about teaching and learning. So a lot of Gemini people are teachers or go to school for the rest of their lives. A lot of them are elementary school teachers in particular. You're a rule breaker. When this trickster energy is used well, it's fun and magical to be in your presence. You came here to rock people's worlds and wake them up to see things differently. You use satire well, and you know how to highlight issues to let people know what is and is not working. You are ruled by Mercury, and you don't like intensity or staying too serious or too heavy in your emotions. This is Every Gemini moon person that I know. You are not a fan of dealing with emotional blocks and triggers. And this might be a lifelong emotional journey for you to embrace and to deal with. Again, this is the Gemini moon people that I know. You prefer things to remain light and fun. You are drawn to teaching and sharing your wisdom with others. Okay, and I love that about my Gemini moon friends. So fun. Okay, so fun and chatty and just flexible. Oh, sure, let's go do this. Oh, shiny squirrel. It's fun being in their presence. So let's keep that in mind as well. Like, let's keep it light. Maybe let's not get into the world politics debates or whatever it is that could really put you in a shame spiral or really lower your vibration, if you catch my drift. Maybe it's not world politics that lowers your vibe, but for me, that would be like not only a snooze festival, but yes, indeed, the state of the world that we are living in would lower my vibration in about 2.5 seconds. So that's just me. I'm just embracing the trickster, magical, fun, and light vibes of a Gemini moon person. And again, I know Gemini moon people and I love them and I love them and I love them. This is not my moon sign, but I do love it. I do love it. I love all the moon signs. I love all the sun signs and I can adapt, right? And Gemini is very adaptable. They are the multitaskers of the zodiac. So let's all jump on that train with them. Even if we have zero planets in Gemini and or nothing in our third house, that's fine. We can still adapt and we can embrace this beautiful energy from Gemini. Again, it's 6 degrees Gemini, so I encourage all of you to pull out your natal birth chart. If you don't have your natal birth chart yet, I encourage you to go to a free online resource such as astro.com. They were wonderful and they always get the timing right and they always get they do astrocartography, everything there. And so I encourage you to get your chart from a very reliable source like astro.com. And then you'll be able to see where is 6 degrees of Gemini in my natal birth chart. So let's go through all 12 zodiac signs, and this is going to give you an idea of where you're going to write out your intentions in your moon journal, the area of life that you should be writing. You should be embracing those things I just said, embracing that trickster, magical, fun, and light energy of the Gemini moon. And then also embracing the transits that are currently happening at the time of this, because there's a new moon in Gemini every year and they're not always the same. This particular new moon on May 26th of 2025 happens to have signatures of connecting with our inner brilliance, connecting with that genius energy that we all possess. So it definitely, this particular new moon has that. And there's also a trine to Pluto, so helpful energy. So if things do need to end, if we do need to close doors to open others and to expect more in our lives, so many times we lower our expectations at the time of this new moon. Why not expect more? Why not ask yourself, how good can this get? That is so Gemini energy and Gemini moon energy and Gemini in as a wonderful Gemini would be. Geminis are very smart, very smart, and they are adaptable and flexible. So let's all embrace that energy and say to ourselves, how good can this get? Okay, so let's go through the 12 zodiac signs and then I'm going to do the tarot reading. Okay, Gemini rising people. Gemini rising, we're starting with you. Gemini rules your first house. How good can this get, Gemini rising? Ask yourself when it comes to your avatar, to your vessel, to your body. How good can this get? What are the intentions that you want to write in your moon journal? You want to start something new. This is new beginning energy. You might receive a brilliant download on how to take better care of your vessel because the first house is the body. So it might be something like, I totally know what it is. Okay, go for that morning walk, join the gym, something like that. You're going to have a total brilliant upload, download all the loads, and you're going to know what to do for your body. But then again, the first house is your entire life. Okay. So it's not just the body, it's like it affects your whole life. It's how you're showing up in the world. I always say when I do my astrology readings, and you're welcome to check out that link as well if you'd like to get an astrology reading with me. I always say your first house is how you're showing up in the world. I don't care if you're going to the grocery store just to pick up the eggs quickly. I don't care if it's your wedding day. I don't care if you are doing a presentation at work. I don't care if you're just walking down the street. It's how you're showing up in this world. This is how people see you. So if you're a Gemini rising person, people see you as very smart. Maybe you're a great communicator. Maybe you're a teacher. This is how the people see you. I'm not necessarily saying this is who you are, because then I would look at your sun sign in your birth chart. So again, book that reading with me if you'd like to get a full idea of what your blueprint's all about. But your rising sign, you're a Gemini rising person. This is how people see you. This is how you show up. This is your everyday. This is who you are in the world. So heck, why not? Why not get that journal out and say, you know what, it's going to be a new me, a whole new me. Maybe, yes, you want to lose weight or get physical strength. Maybe that's part of it, but maybe you want whole new me energy. And like we're talking like, sure, haircut, color, all that jazz. Could be all that stuff, but we're talking like new mindset. We're talking like I am no longer that version that people think that I am, right? So, Gemini rising, this is a really exciting opportunity for you for a whole new you. So, I encourage you to grab the moon journal, get your pen out. New moons are always about setting intention. This particular new moon has brilliant genius, uploads, downloads, all the loads, archetypes with it. So be open to the brilliance that is awaiting you. Taurus rising, second house. Taurus rising, this is ruling your second house. What's the brilliant new beginning you would like to see regarding your self-worth or your worthiness? Because the second house is all about worth. So once you know your worth, once you know your self-worth, your worthiness, so all that money, all of that abundance starts just circling in, right? Know your worth first. That's the first step with the second house. And you'll be shocked and surprised and delighted with the worthiness that you start to see physically manifest. So set the intention, Taurus rising, in your moon journal at the time of this new moon in Gemini. Embrace the brilliant, genius archetype, God's messenger information of this particular new moon. Write the intention about a new beginning regarding your worthiness. I want to step into my self-worth. I want a raise at work. I know I'm now worthy of so much more dollars an hour, or you're going to raise your rates, that sort of thing. It is a money house. Second house is a money house, and it is the self-worth house, Taurus rising. Aries rising, third house. Aries rising, third house. And of course, you could be listening for your sun as well. So if you're an Aries person, I always listen for sun and moon as well. So I encourage you to listen to your rising sign first and then your moon sign second for more of an internal look of what's going on with your emotional body. But the Aries rising third house. Okay. So Gemini rules the third house, right? So Gemini is in your third house. So it's a proper placement. You have the strongest rising sign, Aries rising. So that's exciting. At the time of this new moon, grab your moon journal, set the intentions for a new beginning regarding third house things. Third house is the junk drawer of astrology. It's many, many, many things. If it's one thing, it's your communication. So the way you speak, the way you think, the way you write, and writing projects and speaking projects, a podcast, anything online that you're writing, a book you're writing, like it's communication is the top tier thing of the third house. But the third house is also things like siblings, friends that feel like siblings, cousins, friends that feel like cousins, the education system, especially elementary, those early ages, teaching, being a teacher, Third house is also your car, your scooter, your bike, transportation. It's also short distance travel. So your neighbors, your neighborhood. Dare I go on? If you were to Google what is the third house in astrology, it's like boop, 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 boop. That's how many things the third house is, right? So all those things I just mentioned, what do you want a new beginning with? Grab your moon journal. What's the new beginning you would like to set your intention with at the time of this new moon? And embrace this Gemini vibe, like fun, keep it light, keep it exciting, keep it flexible. And also keep it brilliant. Expect a brilliant download. Expect it to come in and just know it and then write it and then to expect it. Keep it light, keep it fun. That's third house Gemini new moon vibes, especially with this Mercury and Uranus conjunction to the new moon. Okay, fourth house, Pisces rising. Fourth house, Pisces rising. Okay, grab your moon journal, Pisces rising. Set your intentions. A new moon is always about setting intentions. And this particular new moon has brilliant and genius archetypes written all over it. Expect the download. Expect a brilliant mindset shift regarding fourth house things. Fourth house is your family. It's your mother wounds. It's your lineage. It's your mother. It's your emotions. It's your feelings. It's your deep, deep, deep feelings. Fourth house is also house, home, property, real estate. Fourth house is also your country, your origins, your roots, your lineage. Grab the journal. What do you want a new beginning? Expect a brilliant download. Expect communication. Expect connect if you can get into the meditative state. Connect with your brilliance, your inner brilliance, and ask for guidance in regarding all those fourth house things because you have the opportunity to set a new intention regarding fourth house things and expect it to be brilliant. Connect to that inner genius. Fifth house, Aquarius rising. Fifth house, Aquarius rising people. Set your intention. Grab your new moon journal. Write your intentions regarding fifth house things. Fifth house is children. Do you want children? If you do, that is my intention. And expect brilliance, messages from God, genius energy regarding starting that family, having the children. If you already have children, maybe you want to write intentions about a new beginning with the kids that you have. Maybe you know it's time. Okay, things went a little off track with my kids. Maybe you're not even speaking to your adult children. Something, right? This is the time to have the brilliant download to know that this is so new beginning energy. Expect a message from God. Expect it to be divine. Expect it to be brilliant. So again, fifth house is all things children, starting a family, dealing with the children that you already have. Fifth house is fun, the fun house. It is the funnest house. So if you want to write intentions about like, okay, I want to have fun in my life again, and these are the fun things I intend, right? Expect it to come in, get in that meditative flow state if you can. Connect with the messages from God. Mercury is there in Gemini, where it belongs. And we've also got a trine to Pluto in Aquarius. So brilliant energy. Fun, children, creativity, that creative flow in the fifth house, right? A new creative project, something new and brilliant and very creative. Expect the download to come and write about the new intention you would like to set there. Keep it light like a Gemini, keep it fun, okay? And expect magical and trickster energy and don't let your energy and your vibration lower because Gemini moon people do not like that and they're very fun. So this is great energy for you because it rules your fifth house, which is fun. Sixth house, Capricorn rising. Okay, Capricorn rising, sixth house. Okay, grab your new moon journal. Grab your moon journal. Write your new moon intentions. At a new moon, you always write intentions. This particular one, since you're a Capricorn rising, you're going to talk about sixth house things. This is all things to do with daily routines. And so get quiet, get in that meditative flow. Go for a walk, walking meditation if that works. If you can't quiet your mind while meditating. Okay, get in that meditative flow. Expect that brilliant genius download from this new moon. We've got Mercury and Gemini, we've got a trine to Pluto, we've got Uranus. Such brilliant, brilliant energy attached to this new moon. Expect the brilliant download regarding daily tasks. Maybe you want to change things up at work because this is a work house too. The things you do every day at work, the things you do every day at home. So maybe a new schedule would work brilliantly for you, right? The intention for that. I want to get into, or like daily planning in some way that would really help you have that glow up and get you to your next level. Sixth house is also your health. So you might get a brilliant download about your health. It could be anything. Be open, be flexible, just like Gemini is. And so, you might get a brilliant download to stop eating sugar. Just it comes out of nowhere and you know that this is what you're supposed to do. Or you get the brilliant download. It's like, oh, I need to open my mind to supplements. Whatever it is, regarding your health, this is going to be a game changer for you. So write down your intentions regarding your health, regarding your daily routines, what you do on the daily at work, as well as in your everyday life. And I have to say that the sixth house also has to do with pets. So maybe you want to write an intention regarding a pet, maybe getting a new pet. Okay, seventh house is Sagittarius rising. You're a Sagittarius rising. This is ruling your seventh. Seventh house is all things relationships. So yes, your spouse, but your best friend and your business partner, those closest people in your life. So grab your moon journal. Get your new moon intentions regarding relationships. So see if you can quiet your mind at the time of this new moon, because this new moon has brilliant and genius download signatures written all over it. So you might get a brilliant download regarding your marriage. So say you're married, say you're married and you're in a slump, you're in a rut. You might get the download how to get you and your partner to the next level. Same thing regarding a best friend, same thing regarding a business partner, could be something to do with that. You might meet the love of your life, and you might want to write that intention. I am now ready for my life partner. Because this is hitting your seventh house. That's the marriage house. That's, your closest relationships. You might also get a download, like I am wasting my energy with this person I call my best friend. It could be something like that. And you might get the download and it will be genius. It might be shocking because Uranus is involved, right? It might shock the heck out of you. But do know that this is meant to liberate you because Uranus is involved. Pluto's also trining, and Pluto does encourage you to have the death rebirth. So you might get a download regarding relationships that need to end. Might get a relationship we need to start this new pattern in our relationships. Be open, be flexible, like a Gemini moon person. Be trickster, keep it light. Don't do the big, awful talk with the partner, business, friend, husband, otherwise. Because Gemini moon people lower their vibration like that when you get too dark, if you catch my drift. So keep it light, keep it trickster, expect a brilliant download, and write out the intentions regarding relationships. Eighth house, Scorpio rising. Eighth house, Scorpio rising. Money house, it's a money house. Do remember, this is genius, brilliant download opportunities. If we're just willing to quiet our minds, get in the meditative flow. So if you can't meditate, get into that flow state by going outside for a walk, whatever it is, go for a swim, whatever it is that gets you into that flow state. do it around this new moon because there's so many signatures on this new moon regarding brilliant genius downloads to get us for our glow up, to get us to our next level. And for you, it's all things eighth house. So you're going to grab your moon journal. You're going to write intentions regarding eighth house things. Eighth house is the butterfly house. And what I mean by that is you couldn't even go back to being the caterpillar, even if you wanted to, because you are now a totally new creature. You are the butterfly. So don't look back. Okay, don't look back. It's also the phoenix rising from the ashes house. So the phoenix has hit rock bottom. There is nowhere else to go but up. So watch me rise. Don't look back in regret and like, oh, I'm so embarrassed or shame. No, no, no. The phoenix does not do that. The phoenix rises, okay? Same with the butterfly, just flies off beautifully. So embrace the phoenix, embrace the butterfly, and expect a brilliant download. Quiet the mind, go for the flow state walk, flow state swim. Expect a brilliant download regarding your finances, okay? And it's the finances that you have invested or you get through your spouse or through an inheritance or some convoluted tax return way or some way you never expected to have money, okay? Expect that and expect transformational energy and right intentions about money and right intentions about transformations. So eighth house is also your sex life. So if you don't have a sex life, right intentions, I intend to have a sex life. Or if you do have a sex life and it's a snooze festival, I intend for my sex life, you're writing these intentions to ramp it up a notch, okay? So exciting news for Scorpio rising in your eighth house. Get out your pen and paper. Embrace that trickster, magical energy from a Gemini moon person. Don't get too dark and deep and talk about all the ugly things in life. Keep the vibes high so that you can receive those brilliant downloads from this new moon. Okay, Libra rising, ninth house. Libra rising, ninth house. Okay, so you're going to grab your moon journal and you're going to write out intentions regarding ninth house things. You're going to expect brilliant downloads and you're connect to your inner genius because there's so many signatures on this new moon regarding something brilliant coming into the mind, heart, body, spirit, into your aura. Expect it. It's ninth house as well, which is, your faith. This is your belief system. And write the intention for a brilliant, exciting, fun, and magical. You're writing the intentions. Ninth house thing. Ninth house is a long distance journey. So some kind of a journey, a actual trip, perhaps to a faraway land that you've always wanted to go to. The ninth house also rules education systems. So maybe you want to learn a new course, you want to sign up for something new, you want to learn something new. Okay. And the ninth house is your belief system. So are you spiritual? Are you religious? What do you believe? What are your belief systems? So write the intentions regarding all those ninth house things I just said. Expect brilliance. Connect with your inner genius at the time of this new moon and write the intentions with the knowing that you can connect here. This is ninth house. That's deep faith, unshakable faith. Know it and feel it and see it and expect it. Okay. 10th house. 10th house Virgo rising. 10th house Virgo rising. I love it. Grab your moon journal. Set your new moon intentions regarding 10th house things. Let's not forget, we're going to keep that trickster, light, magical vibe of the Gemini moon. And when we look at the astrology of this new moon, there's so many brilliant, genius download opportunities regarding your 10th house. So career. So get out the moon journal and write the intentions. I will be the CEO. And know it and connect and quiet your mind. Go for that walk, go for the swim, whatever gets you into the flow state, to connect with what it is that people are going to see you doing, because the 10th house is the top of the chart. Everyone sees it. It's your public reputation. It is your career. It is what you cannot hide. So get into that. 10th house is also your father, okay? Father wounds, father issues, daddy issues. So maybe, just maybe you need to grab your journal, and I intend to talk to my dad because we haven't spoken in years. Could be something like that. I intend to become a father. You could set the intention there, couldn't you, if you're ready to start a family? I intend to be a better dad, if you are a man and you have children. So it's all things father, it's all things career, it's your public reputation, it's what people see. Show up, expect a brilliant download, connect with your inner genius, and write the intentions for a new beginning regarding all those 10th house things. 11th house, Leo rising. 11th house, Leo rising. So you're going to grab your moon journal and you're going to write your new moon intentions. I keep showing this book, but you'll see that I have all of the moons for the month of May that I advise you, and I teach you on how to work with the moons. And then you go to the page and you write your intentions regarding 11th house things. Now you're going to expect brilliant downloads. You're going to expect a mindset shift that is genius. You're going to expect to connect with your inner genius guide, okay? Because that is written all over this new moon. And then this new moon is in Gemini. Gemini is the trickster. It's fun. It's light. We're not getting deep and dark and talking about the horrible things. No, no, no. We're keeping it light like a Gemini moon person is. And you're going to write intentions regarding 11th house things, friends, friendships, and groups. So the groups that you belong to. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends. And maybe you want to have some friends. Maybe you want to join some kind of a group. Maybe you want to do a group activity, and you're going to write those intentions. The 11th house is the future. So this is another great time for you to connect, not only with your inner genius when you're doing that meditation and that walk in nature, you're also connecting with your future self, because your future self will guide you. And you can ask your future self, why not? What have you got to lose? Just connect in, quiet the mind, ask your future self, hey, what are the new intentions that I should set at the time of this new moon in Gemini? I want to connect with my future self. What would be in my best interest? How good can this get? Ask your future self. So it's about the future. It's about technology. It's about the internet and all things, inventions and medical, new, brilliant inventions in all the fields. It's not just computers, right? The 11th house is the future. It is the greatest good for all. It is the humanity household. It is your friends. It is your friend group. So keep that in mind when you're writing your intentions in your moon journal, and keep it light and expect to connect with your inner genius. Last but not least, the 12th house. You are a Cancer rising, because Gemini rules your 12th if you are a Cancer rising. Okay, you're going to grab your moon journal and you're going to write intentions regarding 12th house things. You want a new beginning. New moon is new beginning. You're writing intentions, always at a new moon. This particular new moon is in Gemini. We want to keep things light, magical, trickster. Teaching is a vibe. Teaching is a vibe when it comes to Gemini. Learning new things, keeping your mind open and flexible. That's all new moon Gemini stuff. But also this particular new moon in Gemini has a lot of archetypes and signatures regarding an inner genius and your brilliant, brilliant energy. So write the intentions, keeping all that in mind. Keep it light, keep it fun, keep it flexible, and connect. However you can quiet your mind, get quiet and quiet your mind so that you connect with your inner genius. And then you write your intentions regarding 12th house things. 12th house is letting it go, forgiving. It's the end of the zodiac. It's the final house. It's the letting go. So who do you need to forgive? Do you need to forgive yourself? Probably. So, because that thing over there happened. but maybe the person you finally have to forgive because you've forgiven and you've done it and you let go, but you got to forgive yourself. So that's a big one when it comes to the 12th house, right? The letting go, the letting goddess, and the forgiving. Okay, the 12th house also rules institutions such as hospitals, rehab centers, orphanages, prisons. So maybe you want a new beginning. Maybe you want a job at a hospital. Okay. You're going to get out your moon journal and you're going to write, these are my intentions regarding 12th house things. The 12th house also rules addictions. Okay. So maybe, just maybe, you are setting an intention. I am no longer drinking. I am no longer eating the sugar. I'm no longer going to have the Netflix addiction. Whatever, we all have our addictions, okay? And so there might be an addiction theme to your intentions. Expect a brilliant download at the time of this new moon. Connect with that inner genius that you are. We are all brilliant in some way. And I strongly believe that the signature of this particular new moon is so brilliant. And there's so much spiritual support for all of us to connect to our inner genius at the time of this new moon. So now that was the all 12 zodiac signs. Now I am shuffling. We're going to do a tarot read. We are all encouraged at the time of this new moon in Gemini, 6 degrees on May the 26th. We're all encouraged to keep it light, like a Gemini moon person would. A Gemini moon person is very flexible, trickster, joking, fun, light, flexible, loves to teach, probably is a teacher. And they don't want to go too deep and dark. And, doing things like shadow work is not fun for the Gemini moon person. So this might not be the time. And it's funny because I got feedback on my last video that I talked about my shadow work book a little too much, but it was a full moon in Scorpio. If there is ever a moon to do the shadow work, it's on a Scorpio moon. But now, with a Gemini new moon, it's not really the time because Gemini moon people don't particularly like going too deep and dark and talking about all those world politics and stuff. Keep it light, keep it flexible at the time of this new moon in Gemini. Embrace what it's like to be a Gemini moon person. And then as well at this time of this particular, because there's a new moon in Gemini every year, but this particular new moon in Gemini is conjunct Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini. It's also conjunct Uranus at the end degrees of Taurus. It's also trining Pluto. So there's so many brilliant signatures of this particular new moon. The archetype of the inner genius is written all over this new moon. So it's all about quieting our mind as best we can. Can you meditate? Can you go outside in nature, go for a walk? Can you go for a swim? Whatever it is that connects you to the now moment, connects you to your inner self, and connects you to your inner genius. I encourage all of you to get there sometime around the 26th, 27th, 28th in this new moon in Gemini energy. Connect to that inner brilliant guidance that we all have. And then set the intentions wherever 6 degrees of Gemini falls in your natal birth chart. Go back and listen for your particular rising sign. You can listen for your sun, moon, and rising. When it comes to these reports, I always encourage you to listen to your rising sign first, because then you'll know the area of life by knowing the house placement of Gemini in your natal birth chart. Second, I would listen for your sun sign. Your sun is your soul, it's your life force energy. It connects to your career as well. And then your moon sign is your emotional body, what's going on internally that maybe you don't even share with anyone. Maybe you don't even understand what's going on in your emotions. So listen for your moon sign as well. And so now I'm going to pull a card on this new moon at 6 degrees of Gemini on May the 26th. Here is the tarot card for this particular moon. It's the High Priestess in reverse. Here she is, the High Priestess in reverse. So when she's upright, this is a major arcana card, I should say, to begin with. So when a major arcana shows up in a reading, it's like, okay, this one's important. This is an important message. And so the High Priestess, she always hears, she always sees, she's always in the now moment. She's always here. She came in reverse. So this is another message, as is this new moon, all of the transits happening at this particular new moon. This is another confirmation urging you strongly to slow it down because you do have the ability and you're thinking to yourself, no, I'm not special. No, I can't meditate. No, I can't connect with my spirit guides. No, I can't connect with my inner genius. Yes, you can. It's just we are not taught in this society how to quiet our minds, the importance of doing so, why you would do that in the first place, and connecting to the now moment. And so she came in reverse. And the message is when we connect to that now moment, when we connect to that inner genius, that inner knowing, we can understand where to set the intentions, where to start the new beginning, how to have the glow up, how we're going to get there. First, we have to plant the seeds at a new moon. We always metaphorically dig up the dirt, plant the seeds, then pack the dirt back in, and it's dark, right? Like the moon and the sun together, making this night sky dark. So is our intentions in the dark soil. And so, of course, you wouldn't expect to the next day see it. It wouldn't be there. You have to plant the intention in the dark soil under the dark sky, and then wait. And then 6 months later, you go get your harvest at the full moon, right? That's how the moon cycles work. That's what I go through in my moon journal. Get your moon journal, write down your intentions, get quiet, however you can get quiet. If you say, I cannot meditate, okay, I understand. Okay, you cannot meditate. Okay, go outside for a walk. Okay. Get into the flow state, however it is that you go dancing, swimming, whatever it is that you can get into the flow state, get into that now moment right around this new moon. So the May 26th is the time, but the day after, 27th, 28th of May, that's a wonderful time. Once you start seeing the moon form in the sky, that's a wonderful time to get your pen, put it to paper, write out the intentions. Get quiet, connect to your inner brilliant guidance, and ask yourself, how good can this get? I am wishing all of you a blessed new moon in Gemini. Let me know in the comments below, where does Gemini fall in your natal birth chart? And give us a hint on your intentions. Connect with your inner genius, and I'm wishing all of you the best at the time of this new moon in Gemini. Until next video, take care.